Hello. Today I'll be reviewing the movie Wayne's World 2. This movie came out in 1993, so I was in third or fourth grade at the time when I watched it, and I didn't really get a lot of the references. I didn't really understand the history behind it, but it made me laugh because you're just so darn stupid. Now, watching it for the first time years later, I enjoy it for different reasons. It doesn't really hold up to the test of time. It's pretty dated now, but it was still fun to watch. Um, let's see. The plot is kind of all over the place, but I'll try my best to describe it. At the beginning of the movie, Wayne and Garth are now successful with their TV show. They don't know what to do next. They're kind of in a slump, especially Wayne. So he has a dream one night, and the dream is very much like the Doors movie. He's walking out in the desert, and he meets, which I should say, he was guided by a half naked Indian man. Anyway, he walks out in the desert and he talks to Jim Morrison, and Jim Morrison suggests that Wayne and Garth put on a rock festival. And so, you know, he also tells Wayne that Garth was late on getting his Sports Illustrated magazine because it was arrived at the wrong address. And so Wayne wakes up not knowing if it was a real vision or not. And sure enough, Garth walks in with a new edition of Sports Illustrated and his football phone, and so Wayne knows for sure then that that's what he must do next with his life is put on a rock show. Shortly after that, Wayne and Garth go to see Aerosmith in concert, which was pretty cool to see them, play back then. And they have all access passes, and they go backstage. And Wayne meets Cassandra, his girlfriend, and Cassandra is with a record producer, Christopher Walken, and they're talking about how her first album's coming out soon and what they need to do next. And they are so cool. They go in the VIP area, and Wayne and Garth are denied. Let me see. From there, we see that Garth is living on his own now, and he is in a laundromat doing his laundry. And who comes in but Kim Basinger comes in, and she starts hitting on Garth, and Garth is of course very nervous and shy, and he leaves as soon as possible, and he gets his laundry out, and we see that all of his clothes have shrunk, and he's trying to leave, and Kim Basinger, her name in the movie is Honey Hornay, by the way. She hands Garth his underwear, and it's real tiny. It's little, like that big. And next, Wayne and Cassandra are hanging out at his house, and he asks her why, like, she even wants to be with him because, like, she's so beautiful and soon to be successful, and she tells him it's because he makes her laugh. Next, Wayne gets to meet her father from Japan, and to test to see if Wayne is worthy of marrying his daughter, they have a kung fu fight, and their voices are dubbed over, and so when they talk, their lips are off sync, and they do some flips in the air, and Wayne screams, and his shirt flies off because he's just so muscular. And Wayne winds up beating the father, and the father admits that he is truly worthy of marrying his daughter. Let me see. But that's not enough. Wayne still suspects that Cassandra is having an affair with this record producer, Christopher Walken. And so Wayne and his friends spy on her out in public one day. And Wayne dresses up like a maintenance man, and Garth dresses up like a police officer, and one of his friends dresses up as a biker, and the other one as a sailor. Yeah. So they're all out in the crowd, like trying to spy on Cassandra. And Wayne takes pictures of Cassandra while he's on a telephone pole. And Christopher Walken is leaning in, and it looks like he's kissing her. But the conversation they're actually having is, Cassandra wants to stay where she's at. She doesn't want to fly to LA because she will miss all her friends and especially her boyfriend Garth. I mean, I'm sorry, Wayne. I said Garth, Wayne. But anyway, she recognizes Wayne on the telephone pole, and Christopher Walken sees him and starts chasing him. And Wayne and all his friends get together, and they run to the alleyway, and they go into this bar, and it winds up being a gay club. And they're trying to find an exit. And the DJ sees him, and he puts on the Village People YMCA song, and they all look like the Village People, so they start dancing and singing this song. It's pretty funny. From there, uh, Garth goes out on a date with Kim Basinger. They go back to her place, and she can't get enough of him, and she carries Garth to bed, and apparently Garth loses his virginity. Let me see. Oh, um, Wayne has another dream where he needs to get an old roadie from England to help them put on the show. So they go to England and they meet this roadie who is very much like Lemmy from Motorhead, in my opinion. And they recruit him and they take him back to United States, and they build the stage, you know, and all the people show up, but they didn't have any bands, you know. Um, all this turmoil is going on, and Wayne realizes that he needs to get Cassandra back. He realizes he misses her, and so he goes and he interrupts her wedding. She is going to marry Christopher Walken. Her father arranged it, and he interrupts the wedding. He bangs on the glass and all that. And he's like, Cassandra. And Wayne and Cassandra looks up at Wayne and she's like, Wayne. And they all run away together. Um at the end of the movie, like I said, none of the band showed up, and so Wayne's like, let's do the happy ending. And magically all the bands show up. Kinda lame. Kind of a you know, pretty poor ending to a movie in my opinion. I have a theory though that Wayne is God in the movie, and he can do whatever he wants to. And if only he was smarter, he could change the world. But he's not. Another thing I should mention about the movie is I see an early version of Austin Powers in it. Wayne's World and Austin Powers was written by Mike Myers. So that was kind of interesting to see. During that time, Mike Myers was on a TV show. He was doing an interview, I should say, and I forgot what it was. But anyway, the announcer gives I'm sorry, I was getting a phone call there. The announcer was, he gave Mike Myers a, copy of a Blink-182 CD as a present, and Mike Myers seemed genuinely happy to receive it. And that always struck me as, really cool because, like, of course, he could afford to buy it if he wanted to, but he didn't get around to doing it, and he was just so happy to receive the CD, and, that always stuck out to me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review on Wayne's World.